The Red Sox lose Game 3 of the World Series in controversial fashion. But the bigger question is, how does this set the Red Sox up for the rest of the series? So we all saw the end of Game 3 of the World Series last night, a very controversial ending as the Cardinals beat the Red Sox 5-4 on basically a throwing error by Jared Saltalamacchia in the bottom of the ninth inning. You can call it an obstruction play all you want, but the fact of the matter is Saltalamacchia, after getting that first out on that great play by Dustin Pedroia on the ground ball by John Jay, Saltalamacchia has to eat that ball after tagging Yadier Molina out at the plate for the second out of the inning. Let Koji Uehara go out there and do his job and get the next hitter, Pete Kozma, to get out of the inning. And also in that inning, why John Farrell did not walk Jay to load the bases is beyond me, because if Kozma comes up next and hits a ground ball to Pedroia, a double play ends the inning and we're still tied and maybe we're still playing baseball. But the bottom line is Red Sox fans and Jake Peavy, the Red Sox starter, can whine all they want about how an obstruction play should not end the game. And even though they might be right in the spirit of the law, if you watch the press conference after the game, the umpiring crew led by crew chief John Hirschbeck and third base umpire Jim Joyce, who actually made the obstruction call, explained the rule crystal clear, and it was very evident they did make the right call. And Red Sox fans, you can't have it both ways. They got together and made the right call in Game 1 on that ball that ticked off Pete Kozma's glove and allowed Pedroia to be safe at second base. So when you're talking about the umpires getting it right, they got it right in this game. But the fact of the matter is Saltalamacchia should not have thrown that ball to third base. Because the way I looked at it, even if that ball was on target, they weren't getting Alan Craig at third base. He would have been safe anyway. So to me, Saltalamacchia is the guy you have to blame for the loss in this game, not Will Middlebrooks. I mean, what's the guy supposed to do? He is on the ground, and even though they did rule he obstructed, there really was nothing he could do. He was on the bottom of Craig, and Craig was climbing over him. So I don't see any way Middlebrooks could have got out of the way. Again, Saltalamacchia to me is the guy at fault. And to me, if this guy's not going to hit in this series, David Ross has to be the catcher. I have to believe he would not have made that play last night. Would have taken the smarter route and just held the ball after tagging out Yadier Molina. But the bigger question for the Red Sox is, what do they do going forward? Clay Buchholz in Game 4, I'm not very confident that this guy's going to get the job done. He's talking about he's going to go out there and try his best and do what he can, but he's not sure how much strength he has in that shoulder. If that's his attitude, then to me, Farrell should just sit him on the bench and pitch Ryan Dempster tonight. At least you know Dempster's going to go out there and give you everything he's got. He's not going to doubt himself. I think Dempster's a mentally more tough pitcher than Buchholz. I don't like the body language or what I'm hearing out of Buchholz in the last few days since he made his last start. His goal is to go out there and be a 5-inning pitcher and give up 2 runs tonight. That's the best thing that he can hope for. If I'm the Red Sox, I got to really, really question whether I want Buchholz out there tonight. And as for the Red Sox offense that's hitting 188 in this World Series, they need to go out there tonight and pound Lance Lynn. Get 8 or 9 runs and make this a comfortable game for the Red Sox and their pitching staff. And one other thing about John Farrell in this game last night, some of the moves were just very odd. You know, not walking John Jay in the 9th inning to load the bases. Pinch hitting in the 7th inning for Felix Dubront with Johnny Gomes with nobody on base, and burning back-to-back pinch hitters after you already pinch hit Middlebrooks for Stephen Drew. I never understood that. And of course, not double switching in the 8th inning to get Saltalamacchia out of the game and get Napoli into the game to bat for the pitcher, Brandon Workman. I didn't understand those moves. So Farrell had a rough game. But the bottom line is the Red Sox saying all the right things. They're going to recover from this. They're going to go out there. Hey, they need to win Game 4, because if they go down 3-1, they got to face Adam Wainwright and Michael Wacha the next 2 games. And you cannot count on them beating those 2 guys once again, because they basically had Wacha beat in Game 2 of the series before they started throwing the ball all around the infield. So a critical loss in Game 3 for the Red Sox, but more importantly, they don't look to be set up very well for the rest of the series if they don't win Game 4 tonight. So for you guys out there, your thoughts on the controversy in Game 3. Do you agree it was the proper call, as I do? And what do you think we'll see from the Red Sox the rest of this series? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends about This Week in Red. And don't forget to check out my blog at BoSoxInjection.com.